Salve, salve guitar community. Today's lesson is dedicated to learning how to play single note melodies. So, you can take a melody from any song. I'm taking a song from Mamma Mia, Sleeping Through My Fingers. Hopefully it won't sleep through yours. Quite simple actually, and it's kind of a review of something that I did last year with Yesterday. You take the melody apart and basically you work on fingering on the left hand, perhaps fingering on the right hand, even though in those case scenarios, in those songs, the fingering the right hand is not that complicated. It's not a classical guitar piece. And most importantly, start working with the metronome. Okay, small goals, small phrases. I'm going to take two little phrases of the song and I'm going to perform that for you slow with the speed of no mistakes using the metronome, and we'll go from there. Sounds good? So let's go on a guitar journey together. Alright, the first step to performing any melody is being confident about the rhythm. Now, guitar players in general, we're not very good at reading. It has to do with the nature of the instrument, the fact that you can play the same notes on the staff in several spots, and our role most of the times is just accompanying, is just playing rhythm chords, chunk, 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 chunk. That's not the case though. We can do other things. So taking a look at the rhythm, you should see the first phrase are going to take care of it. The only thing I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn on the metronome, and this is about 60 on the quarter note, and I'm going to clap the rhythm. I'm going to give you a full measure, and then I'm going to start. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the rhythm of the first phrase. Let's do it one more time. This time, I'm going to do a little slower. And when I'm doing those videos, is for you to stop and pause and practice with me clapping if you're having trouble identifying the rhythm yourself. Okay, starting one more time in 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, in this step, I'm going to switch the camera here so you can see what's going on in the guitar. I have to move the camera a little more. Just bear with me for a sec. Here we go. And this time around, I'm going to turn on the metronome once again. And I will be playing with, the rhythm with the notes. So you can take a look at what's happening on my left hand. I'll give a full measure. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that this entire phrase can be played using only this string, the G, and then the D. That's all you really need, okay? Let's talk about fingering then. So you should see on top of the D a little 0 there. That means that that string is open, and you're talking about the 4th string, okay? And those first, I would say 4 notes, they can all be played in this string. So you see a 0, and you see a 2, and a 3. And that's indicating which fingers on the left hand to use. So when I'm playing that E, I'm using finger number 2, and then I'm playing the F, I'm using finger number 3. Should be quite simple actually. Okay. Then moving further, when you have the pickup uh, 4 and then you're switching from the fourth string to the third string, okay, and then you see another 0 on the G on the end of 4 and I'm talking second measure of the phrase, and then you see that entire line be playing the third string except for the last note. And once again, you're gonna see 3 2 0 3 2. That indicates the fingers on the left hand, really. Okay, let me play that one more time. 1 2 ready go. 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 3 4 1 2 3 4. I will play this a little faster now. Starting 1 2 ready go. 1 2 3 2 3 1 2 3 4. As for the right hand, there's not much I would say to worry about as long as you're not repeating fingers necessarily. If you're repeating the thumb for a spot or two, that's okay, but do not repeat any of those fingers. That's not efficient, okay? Um, you might be able to get by with this type of melody, but if you perform something more challenging, not so much. Okay, let's take a look now at the chorus of the song, Slipping Through My Fingers. And this is a little more tricky, I'm not going to lie to you. The second half of the chorus includes a little bit of syncopation, so counting is extremely important. I always make my students, whenever they come for a lesson, we do a little bit of sight reading, and I like to have the metronome on. I like to have them play simple melodies and count out loud. So if you're doing 1 and 2, and I will try to do that right now. And once again, you can go through the same process of fingering everything on the left hand. Okay, that really helps. The more you can eliminate of the thought process, the better you'll be able to um, eventually create the music. That's what really matters. So let's get started here. So metronome on, and I'm going to turn the camera so you can once again see what's going on in this with the guitar. Okay, so I'm going to slow down this one, and I'm going to start with, once again, clapping the rhythm. So I'll give a full measure before I start. 1 2 ready go. 1 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 4 and 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4 and 1 and. Like I said, a little tricky, but not challenging. Listening to the song really helps. Once you listen to the song a few times and you put this in paper, things start to make more sense. One more time, clapping the rhythm. 1 2 ready go. 1 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 4 and 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4 and 1 and 2. Okay, this time I'm going to play 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 4 and 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4 and 1 and 2 3 4. Little slower this time. Same thing. This time I'm not going to count out loud. I'm just going to play so you can hear the melody. Okay? But please be counting. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. One more time. This time, once again, counting out loud and playing out loud just a little faster. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4. Fingering wise, this one you're gonna use, from the 5th string all the way to the 2nd string, okay? But the process is still the same on the left hand, specifically. Make sure that you are using the correct fingers. Playing the spider, practicing the spider, again, really helps you identify where, for example, you have the first 4 notes. You have, in the third case of the third note, you have the F here, and you're using your pinky. That's only because you're using 3 right here. It's not practical for you to do this. No, there's no need for it. And sometimes you're going to have to adapt. The more challenging your repertoire starts to become, the more you're going to have to adapt your fingers and develop some kind of independency for it, okay? So I hope this helps. This first lesson on single note soloing, it really is just an introduction. I would say that for you to truly get a grasp of what's going on here, you gotta watch some of the previous lessons. Start with the spider one, start with the yesterday lessons where I'm walking through how you should finger everything. The metronome, remember, always practice at the speed of no mistakes. This is it's a cumulative process, okay? I'm sorry I missed a few words here, but yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Otherwise, you stay flame, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Ciao.